Hey folks, I'm Sir Vainglory, and welcome to part 1 of my playthrough of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I should say that this is a replacement video that I've made just for the sake of completeness, as the original part 1 was taken down by YouTube. In that original video, I used a certain two-word phrase to refer to the level of realism I was going to play with. A phrase that's in pretty common usage by other YouTubers, but it turned out that some guy had copyrighted the phrase and wanted to be credited in my videos. I mean, if the guy had contacted me personally and explained that he had a claim to the phrase, I might have been happy to have added a link to his site, even though I've never heard of whatever it is that he's created, and I've made no use of it at all in my video. But instead, he decided he just wanted to bully the little guy, so he got some old lawyer to write to me and threaten me with a copyright violation if I didn't comply. And being a bit stubborn ass by nature, I decided just to accept the copyright strike and told the lawyer politely to go to hell. Anyway, the result was that the video was taken down, so I'm redoing the original layout of my Republic for any future viewers who might stumble across this playthrough, and making sure that I don't use the dreaded copyrighted phrase. I want to stress that the copyright claim and the threatening communication from the lawyer was in no way connected to 3 Division. They had nothing to do with this at all. It was all down to some private citizen whose name I don't even know. So anyway, we're playing on the Taiga Special Edition map with added improved customs, if I remember correctly. And we're playing on realistic mode, not any other type of realistic mode. Now, what the hell did I do? I think I started with medium money, realistic mode. I started with building vehicles, building fires. I put it in normal. Global events I had disabled because I didn't want a global pandemic, for example, to spoil the gameplay. Crime and justice, traffic simulation, researches, static sun. I like moving sun when I'm playing, but I know that it doesn't result in the best experience for YouTube views. Started in 1960 and vehicle availability lock start according to year. So I'm actually playing on custom mode rather than realistic mode, but the effect is the same. It's mostly the this setting here. So as you can see, you can't instantly purchase resources in the buildings. You need to bring it in from the customs. So yes, unfortunate that I do need to replace this original video. Now, I need to remember where we started. I think it's down in here. Yes, this is a 1. And the reason that I'm starting down in here, I scouted in the original video. I had a scout around, decided where would be best to set up. But for ease, I'm just going to do this. How do I increase the size of the minimap? I've completely forgotten. Anyway, we don't need it. Coal is one of our starting requirements, so we've got coal patches in here. Iron, we've got some up in this area, and we've also got oil nice and available down in here, and obviously there's some across the river there. Uranium ore's a bit further away. This is the nearest patch up here, so that's something for us to work towards. And bauxite, got some just up in this sort of plateau area up there. So that was all the main starting ingredients, as well as up in here we've got some stone that we can quarry for gravel. So all in all, with the customs house, or 2 custom houses to the Soviet republics, it turned out to be the best location, in my opinion. And what I wanted to do, obviously having the gravel up here, it seemed sensible to make this our initial industrial area, and then have a starting town over here, but I wanted to have the main city over here and then eventually spreading onto the island. So that was the overall plan, and we're using mud roads just to lay it out. So yeah, I want a road to head up there somewhere, and another road to come down here, down to where the oil fields are. So actually that's far too far down. I didn't have rain in the first video either. Anyway, so we're doing that. Have roads head up there as it said, and the main road we're going to bring along to somewhere around here. And we've got a hill. If we switch on the grid lines, and in fact the contours were better than the grids, aren't they? So yeah, we can get a road to run up here, eventually can right up that path there. This is where our iron would be. So I want to have a road that heads up there, and then I thought I may as well have a junction down here, make use of the high ground at this point. So we could have another road run down there, and that would be the access to our city, with a bridge crossing over here eventually. And then continuing further, there's no way around this coast here to get. I mean, you could get a road. I suppose you might be able to get a railway as well, but it'd be a hellish railway because of this. You're blocked off here. What I was thinking longer term though would be that I could run a railway along the coast, or even try and get a railway to come up around here, but then have the railway head off up over there. But we've got the uranium up somewhere around here. I thought I do want to come up in this direction eventually, so we would probably want road and rail to head up there, and again a connection down so that we can get a bridge on either end of this island. So that's the plans, the rough plans. I'm getting rid of that because it's meant to be more like that. Right, and what we want to do, for now anyway, is just have roundabouts. So, I build my roundabouts, a small bit of straight road, bring it around in an arc. You don't always get perfect roundabouts doing this because it takes away part of your arc, but you can usually get something that's vaguely round. And then, yeah, that's got to run up there. So what we'll do is probably run it up somewhere up to about here. So if we run just a small straight piece like that, and then we can, yeah, hopefully, yeah, get some sort of curve into it. I think we'll just bring it up around there for now, and then we'll begin to curve. This is going to come up to here eventually. And if I can make some use of the contour lines there, I'd like to do that. So maybe come up here, and then from there sling it across up that slope. And then put some quarries up there. Let's get rid of this section here. I'm also planning on bringing out, so that this would be the road coming out from this custom house here to the right. And we can probably just come on a straight road from there. And the other would bring in like that. Eventually I would want them to be one-way roads. But also, I mentioned earlier on a railway line, and I was going to bring that out from the second custom house in here. And I'm just going to use mud roads to lay this out for now. And again, we'll just start off coming out straight. I can't remember now, did I use... It doesn't really matter. I used the points that are right next to each other. So we want this to run through the centre of the town. So probably somewhere in here. So let's run it along a bit of a curve. Down to there-ish. And then we'll curve it back that way. And then from here we'd run this straight through. Straight through, somewhere, like that. And then as I said, this we would want the railway to run up that slope. So probably coming down somewhere in this sort of an angle. And again we'll curve it around. So it gives us a rough idea of where we're heading. In fact, have I made that too close? No, I think we're okay. Let's take the grid lines off again. Didn't I not put static sun? Why is it going all dark? I should switch it to always daylight, I suppose. Can I do that in the... I don't think I can do it in the game, can I? Game settings, no. Static sun, I can. Always day. Yes. Okay. Reload. Sunshine. Good. Yeah, so let's get the road again. Come on. Oh, maybe if I connect it up properly, it'll work better. There we are. And you in there. Right. So that gives us a rough railway line. And therefore we would need a road to come off here. Can I take off snapping? Does that help at all? Not really, but we'll just follow that similar sort of path there. Okay, and then another junction somewhere up here. And again do the same sort of thing. There we go, that's fine. Right, and once again we continue a road that will run up that slope. And I said somewhere down it, yeah, down in towards here, I suppose. Let's take it from about there. If we run south from there, and just head up in this direction, that can be straight as it wants to be. And like that. So let's get the two junctions connected then, and what I'm going to like to do this is just take a point out about there, a couple of small pieces of road, and join them up and get reasonably neat junctions. And then from here, do the same sort of thing out in that direction. So obviously this isn't going to be exactly the same as it was first time around, but it should be near enough. It's not very good there. In fact, it's come right away from parallel. Put snapping back on, that will help immensely. come out to there, run up to that point, and then join in. Right, and then I may as well continue it out to somewhere up here. I think we want, this is going to bridge, the railway will bridge over the road, so if the road comes out into a junction somewhere in this area, that should do. So again, a little bit straight. I think in the initial video I started getting carried away and planning out a way around the corner there, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'll just again have some fairly straight pieces of road angling off in the general direction of the other junction. And oh, I can't cross over, that's right. If it was a railway plan, we probably could cross over there. Right, so we can do that, and then in fact it's better to do a couple of tiny wee sections just for the lovely look of the thing. Right, there we go. So that's our two main arterials, road and rail. And now I need to remember what it was that I was doing in the area up here. So I talked earlier about the gravel quarries. So which one? Is it part of construction? Gravel it is. Gravel quarry. And I managed to fit in, I think, 4 up here. And obviously I didn't flatten any terrain. So where did I put them then? Or did I? No, I must have flattened terrain. Yeah, right, okay. So what we did then was set up our temporary initial construction site, which consisted of a small road in here. So somewhere up about here, just brought off, again, take off snapping. Go on. So bring off a road up like that. Curve it around for just a wee section, and then we go for construction industry, construction offices, free. We get one in there to start with. We also need a fueling station, a gas station. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not food and shopping, it's not restaurants, it's not street infrastructure. It's here, refueling. Free gas station, stick in here. And we also need a distribution office. I need a depot, free road depot. So let's actually carry on the road for now. So I brought the road up something like this. I did curve out because I need to leave some space to get gravel industry etc. up in there. Back to a depot. And I think I also stuck down in here Open storage space. General card, got storages, open storage, free. Right, I think that was everything that we had in there. I must be missing something though. What am I missing? Distribution office. There, it's right there. Free distribution office. Let's stick that in here. Right. And you need some vehicles. And I should have said that the plan what I wanted to do, or what I want to do, would be to not dip below 2 million rubles and not use dollars at all. So trying to get everything set up and start making money before we breach the 2 million ruble mark. Anyway, forgotten what I'm looking for in here. I need an oil tanker to start with, and speed is not an issue given that we're on mud roads for now. So I'll just go with the VA3S. And we're also going to need open hull. And I wanted the big one. One of those. And what else do we need in here? Why is my brain not working? We need dumper trucks. No. Something else that I've thought about. I do need a dumper truck in here. Let's get us... again, 43 miles an hour would be fine. It carries 40 tons. So let's get that. It's expensive, but I think it's probably worth it. Okay. So that's all fine. Here they come. And the thing that I'd forgotten was aggregate storage. We need free aggregate storage in here somewhere. Plopped in that for gravel. Okay, so distribution office, give you tasks. Now that you've got this, I want you to go out here, load just fuel, for fuel, unload it there. I think, yeah, 50% limit, so off you go and do that. And we also want to load up steel, prefab panels, bricks and boards to start with. And then you unload them in here. Steel, prefab panels, bricks and boards. Storage percent for here I want to keep it around 70 to begin with anyway. So they head off to do that, and I now need in the construction office, yes. Workers for you, you're going to have to pick them up at the customs office until we can bring in our own residents. Gravel, obviously you pick up from here. That's something I'd forgotten in the distribution office. Asphalt from there, concrete from there, steel would be here, bricks, prefab panels, boards all in there, and components, mechanical and electronic, both at the customs house. Everything's done there. You, sir, grab me some gravel from there and unload it in here. Come on. Can you not set off and do that? What's up? What's the story? Because I've not told you to store gravel. There we go. Store only that. Missing resource. Hopefully this guy will get onto it soon. Still can't unload in here. Because it can't unload in there. What are you talking about? It needs to unload there. Don't. Unload gravel. Done and done. And off he goes straight away. Okay. I need to get some fuel first, obviously. That's okay. We can allow that. Right, so you're now bringing in the materials for the construction office. And in here, what the hell did I start with? Gravelling up roads is going to be one of the primary concerns. So let's get a couple of dumpers. And I think I'm just going to go with the 12 tons. Because they're almost a third the price of the 25 ton. And they'll be useful when the roads are gravelled up. This can only do 35 miles per hour, or kilometres per hour. So yeah, 2 dumpers. And do I actually just want to get 4 dumpers here? No, I want to get some excavators as well. They can help with gravelling, but also they can help to flatten the terrain. So the speed level 33, get 2 of those. And once they arrive, then we can get on with the terrain flattening. Construction office. Need vehicles in first. No, I don't. Take off auto search and put it back on, but take off everything apart from roads, even footpaths I don't leave on. So now when we gravel up roads, this construction office will automatically assign vehicles to that task. The road depot I don't need to use at the moment. This is so slow, this big dumper truck. Right, but up here, what I was planning, I want, as I said, a town in here, so we're going to have a road essentially that runs something like this. And I'll leave myself enough space to the north of that. I might not be, which we'll find out. Yeah, so I'm going to just run this road down here, and then eventually that'll curve around and run roughly parallel to the main road, and that'll be the border of our initial town. Do we have our excavators? Not yet. Almost, but of course they'll need fuel. Or will they? Will I be able to actually flatten the terrain without them having fueled up? We shall see. Industry, construction, gravel. You're getting there. Wait until you turn in and then we'll go and try and place one of these. Oh, I've forgotten you're not going into the first one, you're going into construction office. Right. So I want to try and get, as I said, 4 in here, but I'm going to start just with 2. So if we can get 80% resources needed to build, and you don't need to flatten the terrain. Interesting. Maybe I didn't wait for that before. Right, so we'll have 1. Looking at the quality of source, if we can get 80 again, 2. And do need to flatten terrain here. 69. 70. Hang on, I'm paying for that out of my dollars. That shouldn't have happened. I guess these guys did need to be fueled up. Okay. So in the real world, in the first game that didn't happen. We managed to get this done without spending. 77 will accept, so stick that there, and one further one out here. 72, can we get better? Not there. 75 will accept. Right, and then we get our roads coming out to here. And hopefully these don't need any sort of terrain flattening. Okay. And a wood, timber and boards can be set up in there. But I wanted to get the gravel processing down in this area down here. So a gravel processing plant, just a normal one. And I wanted it as close to the quarries as possible. But looking to the left at the sort of contours that are in there, a wee bit there, that's better. So the road's going to have to probably come up about here somewhere. So set it in there, and then see if we can't get a road to run up. Oh, we can. In fact, it's easy enough to do that. Right. And we also wanted in here some coal mines. So we'll go to our fossil fuel industry. For coal, get the coal mine. And it runs all the way over. And I did end up building 2 mines. The first one, how close was it to the quarries? I think it was quite immediately below them. So it probably was somewhere close to there. 62. Right. Put it there for now. It doesn't have to be accurate because this was a replacement video. And then you can see where the limit of that mining goes. So this one over here, it's not going to be as good. 41 looks like about the best that we can get in this instance. So we'll just stick that in there. We then need to follow that up with a coal ore processing plant. I'm trying to fit it in. I had some issues with this sort of thing where I would set up a building like that, connected to both sides, but when it came to actually building it, one of the conveyors wouldn't link up. But we had this sort of in, I think it was, I wanted to leave a bit more space between this and the gravel processing plant. So put that in somewhere around there. And we need something up here in the way of a bus stop. So let's go with I'm going to just put in a normal bus stop because I'm not going to build this until we get residents in, so there's no point going cheap and getting the free bus stop. But this would be in somewhere around here. And then we just run a mud road down into there. We need to connect up the mines as well as the coal ore processing plant as well. And this is just, I'm just going to run another road down from there. We can swing a road out here and then down around the side. just going to run this in somewhere down closer to the bottom. And same sort of thing over here. But we could just run this out and go through the bus stop on that side. There won't be much traffic that goes up there, it's only if there was a fire. So that's that initial layout. We also want to get some more storage. Again, aggregate storage, and I think I chose a small aggregate storage in here. And I think, if I remember correctly, I flipped it around so that the road access was to the right. So we put you in there, and then I think I also added in, if I remember correctly, truck aggregate loading. It's the sort of thing that I would do. So let's have you in somewhere around there. And again with the mud roads, you like that, you up in there. Right. And I think that's maybe about as far as I got on the original video. How long are we in? Yeah, it's over half an hour already. So I'm going to end it here. I think you've got a rough idea what we did the first time out, how I began laying out the initial industry area, where we'll lay out our town, as I said, and we'll expand up here with more construction offices as need be. But for now, hopefully that's given you an idea of what I was up to. So thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and hope to see you again next time. Cheers!